All right, good morning, everyone. It is 7 a.m. after sunrise. I'm Alex Fisher. Maddie Jansen here with us. She was on assignment earlier this morning.
Yep.
We got something, though, kind of cool that's happening today. It is Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. And this is something that I think is really unique in the sense of when we see an organization, a business saying, all proceeds, 100% of the proceeds today going to a local charity.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
it is really cool. And they do this every year across the country, so across Jersey Mike's. It's really neat. And every location gets to pick their own charity.
Yeah.
So that's also cool because it's not just like the company chooses one nationally and it goes to them. It's every community gets to benefit from it, which is really, really neat. So yeah, our local Jersey Mike's in Bakersfield today, teaming up to help the Ronald McDonald House. And Kevin Charette was making me so hungry about 5 minutes ago.
I think he's got he's got his
making
calling.
up a sandwich.
He's a sandwich maker.
I'm starving now, Kevin. That looked so good. I really love their sandwiches. The vinegar, it just like makes it so fresh with all the lettuce on it. I just, so good, so good.
Yeah, they kind of told me I should stick to my day job for now because my wrapping was not the best. My sandwich, it turned out okay. I would say Scarlett and I tied. I wouldn't say that I beat her, and she wouldn't say she beat me because we've been friends for so long that we tied. But Scarlett, seriously, talk about the Day of Giving and what it really means to you guys at the Ronald McDonald House.
Day of Giving is just such a special time to see so many people from the community come out and support the Bakersfield Ronald McDonald House. 100% of the proceeds today stay right here to support our house. And, Jersey Mike's is giving us 100% of their sales for the day as well. Last year we raised almost $57,000 from Day of Giving, and it's just a huge part of what we do. It allows us to do even more for the families that we support throughout the year with our hospitality cart program, our day use program, our overnight accommodations. And, just seeing the community, hearing their stories, maybe sometimes too, of why they come out to support us. I think that's probably my favorite part of the day. And just seeing the love and dedication that all the staff here at Jersey Mike's have for this special day, because it's a long, hard day for them as well. But they just thrive on it, and it just really warms my heart.
And this isn't a job for you necessarily. This is a passion. Talk about that.
It is. I think everybody has to have a why. Why do you get up in the morning? My son, who's now 24, he was born with a birth defect. And though I never stayed at a Ronald McDonald House, I understand from a parent's perspective what it was like. I mean, he spent the first month of his life in the hospital, and he had surgery every 2 to 3 weeks until he was 6 months old, and then ongoing surgeries up until he was about 12. And I never stayed in a house. Sometimes people didn't understand. My friends had great intentions, especially when he was hospitalized as an infant, well, I'll pick you up and take you to lunch, or we'll go do something. That doesn't fix the problem. You go home to an empty nursery. And just recently they opened a house near UCLA, and that's the last house in California to be open near a major children's medical center. So I have a special place, of course, because my son was treated at UCLA. But it was the care that he received here in Bakersfield that allowed him to even survive the flight, to get to UCLA to fix his birth defect. And it is a passion, and you have to get up every day, and you have to have a why, and this community is also a huge part of my why in my almost 30 years of nonprofit experience now. And Bakersfield, sometimes people give us a bad rap for our weather sometimes, but it really is such a great place to raise kids and family, and you just see the community rally for causes all the time.
And the Ronald McDonald House, I would think, will get busier, and it has gotten busier because we have the pediatric unit at Bakersfield Memorial Hospital.
Well, yeah, as the pediatric program has continued to grow since we opened almost 16 years ago, that's why we expanded in 2019. And also, currently, we are hosting 2 families from the Grossman Burn Unit that are from Indonesia that Dr. Grossman and his foundation are helping to repair damage that was done from some horrible situations with burns in their country. And so having, Dr. Grossman even picked to do the surgery here in Bakersfield, it was largely because we could support these families at the Ronald McDonald House and the love and care and support that they get from our staff and our volunteers.
So today is the day that you can support the local Ronald McDonald House because, again, not 20, not 30, but 100% of the money they make here at Jersey Mike's at all their locations around Bakersfield and their Delano location is going right back to the Ronald McDonald House and their programs. So the doors open at 10 a.m. at Jersey Mike's, but again, we really emphasize to get on the Jersey Mike's app. Make your order ahead of time so that you can come in and boom, it's ready for you. You're out the door. Then you don't have to wait in line necessarily to get that sandwich. Because I'm going to tell you, this is Kern County. This is Bakersfield. We're putting that plea out there. And I'm telling you, Jersey Mike's and all locations are going to be busy today. So get a step ahead and make your orders online or on their app. And then you just grab your bag and you're out the door. And you've helped out a great nonprofit in our community. So, Maddie and Alex, so great to see Jersey Mike's stepping up and doing this today for their Day of Giving. I can't wait to see just how much money we raise after this event later today.
I can't believe $57,000 last year. That is incredible.
It really is.
So I'm hoping that we can surpass that. $57,000 last year. Let's make it $60,000 Kern County, Bakersfield
cool.
today.
Hey, you got to eat, right? You got to eat. You might as well help a good cause while you're at it, while you're getting your sandwich. All right, Kev.
Exactly.
Scarlett, thank you so much.
Yeah, that is so great. I mean, that is just so neat.
That's wild. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's so cool.
For just one day. And
I know.
Just by
one day.
Just one day, just saying like,
amazing.
Hey. Yeah, but like you said, like everyone's got to eat. I mean, we're all out and about, right?
You're gonna eat anyway.
Yeah, that is really great. I mean, if you think too that some of the fundraisers that we have, like at Compassion Corner, we put this whole barbecue on. Well, we'll get 20, sometimes a little bit more, $1,000, and like that's huge. Larger scale events sometimes will bring in, $50,000, $60,000. So for them to be able to just get $57,000 last year in one day just by people showing up and get lunch, that is just really, really awesome. It's so cool that $57,000 last year all stayed here.
I know, locally. So, speaking of barbecues, by the way, we do have one next Wednesday out here at Compassion Corner. If you're looking ahead, planning ahead, it's our Sal Barbecue. It's always a really great one. The Sheriff's Activities League.
They always do a good one, yeah.
They really do. So mark your calendar. So a week from today, Jersey Mike's. Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Barbecue.
Yeah. April 2nd. Put it in the calendar.
All right, there you go. So let's also talk about, since we're on the topic of food, why not? Let's just talk about...
I'm so hungry right now. This is not helping at all. I haven't eaten anything this morning.
Well, if you're interested, we can go check this out after the show.
This sounds really good.
So this is Hoagie's. They're in downtown Bakersfield. They're officially open. So if you have ever gone to Pismo Beach, you know that...
So I don't go to Pismo a lot. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, so this is like a big spot in Pismo. And I think they have another one in Slow.
Okay.
But I mean, they originated in Pismo. And
that picture looked appetizing.
Yeah, so they have really good food. And what I think what's so cool about this is I want to say this is either their third or fourth location. That's not, and then of course is their first one outside of San Luis Obispo County.
That's cool.
Coming to Bakersfield, and I
love that we get that. We get that honor.
And we all know that. The joke is that Pismo is like Bakersfield 2.0.
Bakersfield by the beach.
It's just Bakersfield by the beach. So for this to come to Bakersfield, I think it's really, really neat. But they've got some good food.
So it looks like burritos, right?
Well, yeah, a lot of burritos, sandwiches, and so forth. And it's kind of got, it's that kind of stereotypical like Pismo Beach vibe, right? Like Central Coast vibe. So they're officially open, and so many people have been just like waiting for this moment.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because it's a big deal over there, and you got to go. Were you more of a Morro Bay family?
That's where we grew up going. Morro Bay.
I love Morro Bay.
More so.
I love Morro Bay
because we would tent camp.
Yeah.
Most of the time growing up, and I know there's tent camping sites in Pismo, but yeah, that looks incredible. So right there downtown, kind of near Cafe Smitten.
Yeah, this is where Great Change used to be.
Okay.
Or not Great Change.
I didn't realize they closed.
Second Phase.
Oh no.
Second Phase Brewing.
Okay.
Great Changes in Southwest Bakersfield. Second Phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Second Phase Brewing
And
they
Bottle Shock?
close. It's near Bottle Shock.
Bottle Shock is still open.
Bottle
It's
Shock
the
is near.
second phase
Yeah, that's
brewery
that like that
closed.
wine bar that also
Yeah.
has the big outdoor
Yeah,
area.
but okay, right, so
it's
that's
it's
open.
Same block. You just kind of have to just go around the
Okay,
corner.
so
But,
that's still open.
yeah, if you
but-
know where that East Chester, you saw it in the video, the East Chester
that mural. I love that mural. It's beautiful.
right there. So yeah, it's kind of cool that we have that though. That whole area right now, there's just so much between really like between 17th and 18th Streets. You're seeing just like so much change. I think what's really cool is if you have like I was born and raised here. My family, even some of my family who born and raised here and they've left. Anytime they come back and they're we take them somewhere into the downtown area, they're always blown away at like, what, I was here just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Now there's all this new stuff. I'm like, yeah,
It's fun.
just rapid, and it is fun because there's all of these unique places that are starting to pop up. The other place, Sancho's Tacos. That's
I
the
was
one
just
that
going to ask you about
yeah,
Sancho's Tacos.
Sancho's
I've
Tacos.
never. I may have eaten there a long time ago.
Oh, I think Sancho's Tacos is that taco shack. I mean, it's just really small space. They also have good breakfast burritos too. And
Breakfast
tacos.
burritos?
Oh my
Really?
goodness. Mhm.
That sounds so good. And you said Hoagie's does breakfast.
They do breakfast, I think, from like 8 till 11.
Sweet.
And
Okay.
then-
Well, that's good for
and
us.
they're
We're
open
always
for-
looking for new breakfast places that are like close enough that we could even walk to.
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in downtown.
And then they're open for lunch and dinner too.
Okay.
And same with
That's
Sancho's.
cool. So we've got Sancho's. I didn't know Sancho's was open that early, but that's good to know.
I think that's I don't want to say new. I want to say though it's probably within the last couple of years.
Okay. And then
So I don't think it was
Hoagie's
always
now.
I know
We've
it's Hoagie's.
we've still got Victor's. That's a good one that we can walk to
We're just
easily
talking
here.
about our breakfast burritos too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just
Cafe
like,
Smitten has a good breakfast burrito. That's just a very different type of burrito.
oh yeah,
you know?
completely
It's not
different.
like-
You either want one or the other. That's
Yeah.
not interchangeable by any
I think
means.
what are the other
What?
breakfast burrito places in downtown?
Breakfast burrito? I feel like so it's called My Spot, I believe, and it's in the Haberfeld building next to 502 Coffee. I think
took me
they
there
do
a couple
breakfast
weeks ago.
burritos.
Okay.
Yeah, I love their coffee. 502 Coffee, it's Guatemalan coffee. It's this couple, they're really passionate about their coffee, and they're from Guatemala, but they're here and they opened their business, and it's really cool. It's like a passion project for them.
There's also that place by Chevron. What is that place called?
I don't know.
I think it's called.
By
There's a burrito place. We get like the.
Is it like a drive-through?
No, but there's like it's like you can get like a massive burrito. I think it's. I can't remember. Anyway, 34th Street. I think it's 34th
It is 34th Street?
Yeah,
Okay.
34th Street.
But it is not on 34th Street.
No, I know.
Is it on 24th Street
It's on
then?
24th Street. Yeah,
Okay.
but there's the 24th
Confused.
Street. But
And there's 24th Street Cafe.
Yeah. Anyways, I've not had a burrito from there in years, but
They're good stuff too.
they're good. I think they're still around, but
And there's also have you been to that deli kitchen in the county building downtown on Truxton?
no, I haven't.
I
Yeah.
haven't, but they started as a food truck, I believe.
Yes.
And I've never been there, but I've heard great things that they're really good.
Yeah.
And then there is the food truck that is open always like in front of the like the Liberty Bell area.
Right. The
And
courthouse has
what's
like
that called?
Well, there's like a couple, and I know that like the court has. I think on Fridays they invite
cool.
certain area or food trucks to hang out there.
I've heard great things about that one too.
Yeah, no, I have
So-
too. Well, and it's always like
much
there's
good
always
food.
a line there too.
Yeah.
And I think it's more than just convenience. I think because people have talked about that food truck. We gotta try that out sometime.
Yeah, you get into a rut kind of almost. Just like I know these places and I know they're open. The thing with food trucks is like you're never completely sure like daytime, location, that sort of thing.
Sometimes it can. Those food trucks can take a little longer to get your food. You know?
Sure.
I mean, it all depends on the
little
food.
smaller.
But
Facilities, but
Yeah.
hey, you're supporting local. I love that, and someone who's like trying to make a go of their dream, and often starting small because it's just so much easier to do that than getting a brick and mortar to begin with. So it's cool.
now, since we're on the topic of food, last night we were just talking about this. I went to Moo Creamery,
You're making me so
and that's another reminder too of like some good food. And they're moving to downtown.
I know.
They're supposed to be opening up the downtown location here at the end of this year, which is
Yeah.
really exciting.
Exciting.
But I just always forget how good their food is.
I
Like,
don't
it
forget.
Never,
I do passionately know that.
it never ceases to amaze me
No.
how good their food
I
is.
agree.
And again, very like
There's the new
that's the
location
new
there on
location,
18th
yeah.
Street.
So,
think it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to see what they do with it.
There it is. The video, the video helped me. 18th of Q. Yeah, so that's really cool.
I really can't wait to see what they do with that.
But see,
building,
that's another
'cause
thing.
It's a cool historic building here in downtown.
Exactly, and bringing in new life into the downtown area.
You know what's funny though?
It's also an easier location to get to.
Size-wise, it doesn't look larger. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's like they're getting more space, does it?
Well, I believe because I think the permitting that they've applied for includes like expanding outdoor a little bit. I don't think the space itself is going to be huge, but
I'm trying to think of where they'll expand, but I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I can't wait to see. Yeah. So hopefully by the end of this year. Another new spot we're going to see opening soon is the old Woolworths Cafe.
June, right?
The new Woolworths Cafe, I should say.
No,
that was the hope, yeah.
That was the hope. I walked by it on Saturday. Yeah, okay. Saturday night. I was walking back, and yeah, I mean, like they're moving ahead. They're moving along. Like it's just been repainted. The Woolworths sign itself just looks bright red. It actually looks like the red.
Oh, I haven't seen the sign.
I mean, it is like very bright and vibrant.
I love it.
So the outside looking really neat. Haven't seen the inside yet, but yeah, they say Jared Waite with MoneyWise, he says they're moving forward. They're getting ready to open.
It's exciting. I can't wait to see that building.
And
like, I think so many fun plans for it.
And I think that's going to be also another cool hangout spot. Because they've got the permanent, they've got the luncheonette counter, right? And then they've got the, what do you call it? Kind of almost like a permanent farmer's market, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think that's how they sold it. I don't know.
I don't know what you would call it.
I don't know what you'd call that either, but I'm excited to see it open. Yeah, and I'm excited for Richard Yoshimura, who was part of opening Moo Creamery, is going to be doing the luncheonette. And so I'm excited to see what he does with that. They're going to start very basic, like back to the roots of Woolworth luncheonette counters. So the burgers, fries, and shakes, which there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds so good. I remember going there for a shake and fries in the afternoon. And so I'm excited to see what he does with it.
And I think what's kind of neat is he's taking, from what it sounds like, he's just taking the basic menu and just enhancing it, improving it, kind of go that whole getting back to the basics. But we both know him. I'm sure he's going to create some amazing dishes as well that are completely new. But I just love how that's going to end up becoming a really cool community hub spot. It's going to be the offices for MoneyWise, but and then in the basement they've got like that little concert venue area that they're gonna, and that I think is going to be a unique spot too to see. You could go out and hang out and grab a drink before you head home or something and just unwind.
Yeah,
it's kind of neat.
If you want to see some more Robert Price did a whole 30-minute behind the scenes walkthrough of the building, and it's on our website kget.com. So I wonder how you can find that. I want to see if I can find it easily. Tell you where to go.
Yeah, so
you probably look up Woolworths.
I'm sure. Yeah,
and it would come up. But yeah, if you want to. I actually haven't watched it. I need to.
No, I haven't either. But like I said, I haven't seen the inside yet.
No, I haven't either. So yeah, we both need to watch that.
Yeah, but that is really neat that they've got. There's so much. There's so much going on.
So much happening.
This is we're getting ready for. Did you experience how hot it was yesterday here in Bakersfield?
No.
Okay,
I
so
do
you were
know.
up at the altitude before the afternoon temperatures?
It was warm, but it was. I was sitting in the shade, on the grass, while I was waiting to pick up the boys around 2:00, and it was still fine in the shade on the grass. That's my barometer. Do I want to be in the sun? That's a nice cool day. Do I want to be in the shade? That's a nice warm day. Do I not want to be there? That's a nice hot day.
That's summer.
It was still good though. It was still good in the shade on the grass.
It was. And it only lasted an hour or two, but there was an hour or two where I was like, it is hot. And again, it's all a perspective,
91
right?
degrees.
You get 91 degrees in July, and you're like, ooh, it's so nice. It's a beautiful day. 91 degrees, though, in late March, that is hot. We broke a record. We shattered the record.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Record-breaking temperatures.
But it was so hot, but it was that reminder that summer is off in the distance.
It's almost April. It's April next week. It's not really a surprise to have these warmer temperatures
No,
right
but
now in late
it was
March.
still shocking
Late
though,
March.
like just to
It
feel
still
that.
feels, we weren't ready for it.
I
And
also
I'm
feel
glad
like-
it was just one day.
Yeah, and I feel
then
like
we
they
cool back
it just
down.
like quickly like heat up and then like
just to get you acclimated.
Yeah, but well, so because of that though, another reminder that like we're getting ready for summer and so forth. And we were talking about this. So Yosemite National Park, they just opened up their summer reservations
Yes.
for pretty much right now. It's through July 14th.
Yes.
and so
But you're not going to get those now.
No, they're all booked.
They're gone.
They're all booked. Matter of fact, they said that they were all booked within a couple of minutes.
And that is how campsites go in California, and
It's just
in my
which
experience.
is so
lately.
unfortunate.
It
Because
is.
There's so many beautiful places, and of course, that's the whole.
Everyone
reason
just
why
wants to come visit here,
wants to
right?
come visit, but don't worry. If you want to camp in Yosemite, you have another opportunity. It's coming up, and you have to kind of like prepare yourself.
You do.
So the next opportunity to, again, if you want to camp at Yosemite before July 15th, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
They do. Do they have walk-up sites? No, they're all by
No, they
reservation
don't.
only.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. So never mind.
It's all reservation. But the July 15th to August 14th
Yes.
dates have not been posted yet. They're going to open up on Monday at 7 a.m. Monday at 7 a.m. If you want to go, in that month between mid-July and mid-August, you have an opportunity to snag a spot. I'm telling you right now, though, you've got to be completely flexible. You have to, like, if you have certain dates in mind, you can go ahead and try. But it's like the idea here is that they're all going to open up, and then they're all going to just like they're going to get filled. So if you have an opportunity to like get your camping reservation on from a Tuesday to a Friday, Thursday, or whatever, you probably have a better shot than getting one, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You never know, but it's all going to open up for that month on Monday, March 31st at 7 a.m. So
I have done this before, especially getting backpacking permits that go really fast. Here's what you want to do now. You need to go create an account with recreation.gov.
That's a good
tip.
tip.
If you try to do it that morning, you're out of luck. You're not going to get your spot. So do that this week. Create your account, know your password, have it ready. Set an alarm on your phone for 6:50 a.m. Get your computer ready. Get at it. Log in. Get ready to go. And start refreshing the page at 6:58 and keep refreshing. And when they come up, you need to be quick. I'm serious. It really is this fast, because I did this last year and we did everything I just said and we still didn't get the backpacking permit we wanted. They go that fast.
And then you know what happened? So that a lot of the reservations for, again, mid-June to mid-July, they opened up on, this past Monday, just a couple days ago. And so many people try to get on. It delayed the. So then you have to kind of wait around, and I think it lasted
just have to keep waiting,
and
though.
I think it lasted for quite a while. I don't think they got it up and running for.
And if you
I
step
wanna say at
away,
least an
you're
hour,
gonna
maybe even
miss it.
more.
You have to be able to stay
And so
there.
it's it's one thing if you're like, oh, I'll just spend 15
sucks.
minutes, but yeah, it does.
really does.
It's just, it is almost it almost feels like the old Black Friday days.
It does.
Like the
It's Black Friday for
Doorbuster.
campsites.
It's Black Friday for campsites, and so it's remember how people get trampled and all that stuff. It's like an online version of that.
But once you do it, once you get it in hand, you're like, yes, I did it. And then you're like,
so victorious,
you feel so victorious and yes, I'm going to go and I can really start planning. But yeah, we're looking at another backpacking permit that we want to do. And it's funny, I thought that they released the bulk of those permits 6 months out. But they're telling me right now it's for Big Pine, which is the Big Pine Lakes.
Yeah.
And they were telling me that no, they're not going to release them yet. And I thought they just saved a few to release 2 weeks out, because those are the times I always try. Because planning 6 months in advance is just difficult. And I've never been that great of a planner that far ahead. So I've always done the 2 weeks out. But it looks like this year they're going to release them all 2 weeks out. I'm not sure. I don't quote me on that. Because I'd like to hike Big Pine again this summer and camp at the lakes. They're incredible. They're glacier-fed lakes. They're only a few hours from here. Incredible high elevation. You have to be prepared for that hike. It is an intense hike. It's several miles. It is steep, but it is So worth it. I can't even tell you. Alex, you've got to do this hike. You have to do this
I know.
hike.
You keep telling me, and you keep showing me all that. We need to do it at some point.
I will
just
totally do
go,
it with you.
yeah,
you can do it as a day hike and just go to like the first or second lake.
yeah.
No, I'd go to the second
Second
lake.
lake.
But there are, I think, 7 total. Yeah, I think there's 7 total. We camped at Lake 5 when we backpacked it a couple years ago. But it's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's a beautiful. Yeah, just what you've shown me. It's just another example of just all of the great things in California.
Oh, I know. The landscapes.
And I keep, beat myself up for not like exploring more of California because there's just so much to do.
I
The
know.
unfortunate part though is you kind of have to like be smart about it.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of these
Right.
places are popular. Uh-huh. That's just
You know
kind of the
one area
unfortunate reality.
I've
but-
never explored, and my dad gets onto me all the time, is Death Valley.
Yes, yeah.
And there's so many, and he always tells me in like January, February, like he's like, now's the time,
Now's the time,
go,
yeah.
go. And I always miss the window. And now it's baseball season, and now my life does not belong to me anymore. Right. So for the next few months, so I missed it again. But maybe next year, because I've watched some cool documentaries on it, and like there's the painted rocks, or it is something about like the way the light shines on them and the way the flowers grow, and it looks like it's a watercolor painting at certain times of day. And there's just in the winter time and early spring, there are just like incredible wildflower
Right.
blooms and so many cool places. And it's so close. So
Which, by the way, speaking of wildflower blooms, like everything is blooming right now. I am getting like my allergies. Like I have really felt it even today.
really,
And oh yeah.
I don't
mean,
get
it's-
allergies very bad, but I am feeling them mild, and I would hate to have them severely.
Oh,
like,
man. I mean,
it sucks. I feel for you guys. I'm so sorry. That is not fun.
But it's like also just another reminder that you're going to be sneezing more. Your
Yeah.
nose is itchy. Your eyes are itchy. You can also get headaches, obviously, throughout
Yeah,
the
the
day.
sinus
And just
pressure.
overall, like I'm learning too. Like you may think that you're sick with something, but like allergy doctors are saying no. Like it's allergy season. I mean, allergies can make you feel very lethargic.
Yucky.
You can feel very, very
so fun.
tired. And so there, there's a how, like we keep talking about how there's all like these different bugs going around and viruses. Well, there's a lot of symptoms that can mimic that,
Yeah.
but it's allergies.
Yeah.
And so
You know how you can tell? Never mind.
if you're throwing up, that is not.
Oh, well, that is definitely norovirus.
By the way,
has had its way in our station recently.
did you see that Mookie Betts?
Is that what he had?
There's yep. They said that it was likely norovirus.
It sounds
And
like
I
the
said-
worst
and I-
norovirus
and
that I've
I-
ever heard.
And I had assumed that right when I
Right,
heard
well, 'cause that's
about
what
it
he said.
Well, and that's what everyone was.
But his lasted so long. His
Like
lasted
10
like a few
days?
weeks.
Like,
Most
it was
of
like almost 2 weeks,
I
yeah.
mean, for us, it lasted a couple days. Like I'd say 5 days.
By the way, he's expected to be in the lineup tomorrow.
Wasn't he in the lineup last night? I
He
thought
was in
he
the
playing.
lineup. Yep, no, he was.
Did he
but-
play?
Yeah, but
Yeah, he did.
for tomorrow
That's
though,
what the
for
lineup means,
open
right?
yes, but for opening day.
Oh, tomorrow's opening day. Okay.
So last night was like the last game of the spring training
Yeah.
season.
How did they win? I didn't see the end of it.
I
We
didn't-
went to
I
bed.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
I
we.
didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, Justin was telling me, it's like, Eli, it's still spring training. Go to bed. But I
see.
mean, really, go to bed anyway because you have school tomorrow, whether it's spring training or not. That's going to be our answer tonight.
Yep, they beat the Angels
Or
4-1.
Oh, they did. Okay. We
Yeah.
saw the Angels get that Ohapi
Oh, uh-huh.
get that hit, and then he ran in a hit a run in. How do you say that? Hit in a run.
An RBI.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Okay. But he but opening day of course is tomorrow, meaning that like
baby.
baseball season officially. Even though remember the Dodgers have already had their first 2 games, so they
Right.
only have
So
160
weird.
games to play left.
And they won both of them, right?
They won both of them.
Against
So
the
again,
Cubs?
I'm saying a 162-0 season.
Baby.
It's still possible.
By the way, don't they now have the highest median priced tickets in all of MLB?
No.
No? Second highest.
The
I'm sorry, second highest.
yeah.
I said that wrong.
Median though, you gotta. I mean, that's all. That's such. You gotta be careful with that number because
It's not average. I know.
It's not average. It's
Median
gonna
is
scare a lot of
right in
people.
the middle.
It's gonna scare a lot of people. But like, I mean, I've seen so many tickets that are well below
Like
$100.
what? Like $40 probably?
I've
cheapest?
seen some like in the next
the
couple
nosebleed?
of like 69
Is the cheapest?
is the
For
cheapest
the
I've found.
nosebleeds?
But I haven't gone through each game. I just like on some of the random
Still
games.
so expensive to take a family of 4 or 5? Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go to the
But
Angels games though,
there's
because they're
always-
like $15,
But there's
$25.
also like this huge push in the spring, like everyone wants to go because baseball's back and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
So wait.
and then it'll quiet down. Also, last minute tickets get a pretty good.
You can get a price?
You can get a good price.
You get a better price by waiting.
I usually do.
Good to know. Okay.
All right.
There you go. The more you know.
So wear your Dodger gear tomorrow for opening day, and we will see you tomorrow morning at, of course, 5 a.m. and right here at
We'll
7
be
a.m.
here.